Hello everyone, welcome back to another Albion Online video where, once again, we are gonna break Albion's economy
Oh shit, here we go again.
and make a lot of people mad about it in the process. So, what is today's video about, guys? Today's video, we are diving over the new Halloween update of Albion Online, which is called
The biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
All Hallows. Now, my pronunciation of that is disgusting, so please bear in mind. Anyways, so now that we know the name, let's go over a little bit over the overview. So this update is going to last around 3 weeks. So it's going to start on the 25th of October. So in this case, it's tomorrow or today, depends on what time you see this video. And it's going to last until the 14th of November. And this update is going to bring a lot of This event is going to bring a lot of new things to Albion, some of which for the newer folk that you probably haven't seen yet. So let's go over them really quick and then jump into the crafting part, which is a very good thing about this event. So, first of all, this event is going to bring a new section to group and solo dungeons, which pretty much allows you to find a hidden boss room.
Yeah, you get that right there. What the dog doing?
Let's put it like this, which can give you very good loot. And by very good loot, I mean 2 skins, which are called the Horse Macabre and the Jack O'Donkey. Now, these skins are very collectible because they're only dropped once a year, so they normally go for anywhere between 7 and 10 million. So it is very good to do dungeons right now. Now, with this being said, with this update, there's also coming a somewhat good fame buff. Now this fame buff is for everything that is not PvP related, so anything either that's PvE, that's gathering, and more important for our case, crafting. So what is the beauty of this update? Of this event. It comes in the form of a food. That food is called All Hallows Treat, which basically increases your fame received by 15% for 30 minutes. Now, you may be wondering, but Indies, like, what can I do with fame? Well, this is a little bit of the purpose of the video, which is going over everything that we need to know about how we can abuse this fame to the max. So first of all, as you can imagine, most people are not going to take advantage of the fame for crafting or gathering. Or maybe gathering they will, but not for crafting. So what are people going to use it for? They're going to use it for PvE. A lot of people are going to do 8Cs. A lot of people are going to do group dungeons, solo dungeons. Because everyone wants to get that Horse Macabre and Jack O'Donkey skin, right? Because it's a lot of money. So there is going to be a very big investment from the player base into the PvE section. So I can already imagine how crazy some of the PVE gear that most people use is going to go. So items like royal robes, royal jackets, graveguard helmets, God, am I supposed incubus maces, you know, all of this PvE gear that's only used pretty much exclusively for PvE is going to rise up in value, or if not, at least have way more demand than it has right now, because there is a very good incentivize to, well, do PvE. So, I know you're like, but okay, in Indies, there's some items that are going to sell faster, or they're going to sell more, but how can I make money? Well, this update is not particularly about making money.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
This update is kind of an investment for the future. Now you're like, what do you mean, Indies? How do I invest in the future? Well, one of the beauty about Albion is that whatever your progress is, you're never going to lose it. By you investing your, in this case, silver into specking up a tree, it means that you're never going to lose that progress. So first of all, we have to define why we want to spec up something, or what even specking is, right? So specking is the word that we use to pretty much give fame or gain fame in the specific category of each tree. So for example, you have the generalistic category and then you have the specific one. Now, why do we want spec? Well, there is pretty much 3 reasons why you would like to get, or you would want to get spec in something. The first one is pretty straightforward, which is you want to get spec so you get more quality. Now, quality is something that unfortunately is very overrated and most people don't care about. So, what does this mean? It means that when you're crafting a knight armor, if you're crafting a knight armor 4.2, it doesn't really matter if you get excellent, outstanding, masterpiece. It pretty much all goes for the same value. However, when you're crafting it 8.4, suddenly the quality really matters.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Because a knight armor 8.4 masterpiece is like 100 mil, while the 8.4 itself, it's like 25. So it is very important when it comes to these items, or higher tiers in general, to have good spec. Now, associated with the good quality, it also comes the focus efficiency. Now, what is focus efficiency, you may ask? Well, when you craft something, the more specialized you are, the less focus you're going to use or consumed. So it is very important for you to utilize this update to level up all the trees you can the fastest. So ideally, what should you be focusing? Well, there's two trains of thought you can have here. The first one is you want to level up the things that you would probably not level up, right? Like you would never level up whispering bows. Like, no one is buying whispering bows, but now is a great chance to do it because you have fame to do it. So you don't need to craft as many to level it up. And then you have the other thought of train of thought, which is I am gonna craft all the items I can't craft else, or I shouldn't craft elsewhere. So let's imagine light colors. Now, light colors are very expensive, at least on EU server. Each one goes for like 700 to 8,000 silver, 800 silver, 1,000 silver. So what does this mean? So it goes for 700 to 8,000 silver, 700 to 80 to 800,000 silver, 700 to 800,000 silver. So what does this mean? This pretty much means that by you crafting these rare items or more expensive ones, you are actively saving up money because, well, you don't need to craft as many. So you end up getting more spec in those specific weapons faster. And finally, which is my favorite one, which is something that pretty much no one actually talks about. It's the importance of diversity. And you're like, but Nindies, should I really diversify my crafts? And the reality is, diversifying your crafts is one of the most important things you can do. I'll give you an example. I have an account that crafts carvings. Now, carvings are very good to sell. However, when you're mass crafting carvings,
Where the heck are the lovebirds?
every day or every 3 days with focus, what it means is that after a couple of days or a couple of rotations, as I call them, I can't put any more carvings for sale because there's enough 6.3, 6.2, 6.1, 7.2, 7.3, and they don't sell that well, right? So I need to have other options. So I have to craft gallatines, I have to craft kingmakers, I even have to craft clarion blades. So by me diversifying the items I can craft, it also means that I have more opportunities to make profit, not in a single category. So what is the objective of this? It's pretty much, by you diversifying, it means that you're gonna sell faster in different categories rather than just one, which is gonna prove like way harder, right? But this was a very short video. I just wanted you guys to see the advantages of abusing this event. It is a very good event, and I still can't believe SPI decided to release this. It is a very good fame buff, which you definitely should take advantage of. So, that being said, I hope you guys have a lovely afternoon, evening, or morning, and as usual, that's it for me, and Nindies out.